which you learn in each chapter. It will give you dynamic keys for discerning the roots and symptoms of conflict and strife so that you can enjoy trouble-free relationships. Read on and learn how your life and relationships can be full of harmony and power and blessing. Part 1. Identifying the Telltale Signs. Chapter 1. Why is my life so difficult? One evening, my husband Dave and I were going to pick up another couple to take them out to dinner. We had only been to their home one time, and it had been quite a while since that first visit. On our way there, Dave turned to me and said, "I don't think I remember how to get to the house." "Oh, well, I do," I promptly told him, and then proceeded to give him directions. "I really don't think that is the right way to go," he said. "Dave, you never listen to me," I said. My tone and body language let him know that I did not appreciate his challenging me. At my persistence, Dave finally agreed to follow my directions. I told him that our friends lived in a brown house on a cul-de-sac at the end of such and such street. As we drove, I gave him directions for all the turns. As our car turned onto the street where I believed the house to be, I noticed a bicycle lying on the sidewalk. "I know this is the right street," I said, because I remember that bicycle lying there the last time we were here. We drove to the end of the street, and guess what? No brown house, no cul-de-sac. I was as wrong could be. I wish I could say that this was an isolated incident. I can't. I created havoc in my life and my relationships for many years and was a very difficult person to get along with. I was always in conflict with something or someone. I loved God, was born again, was baptized in the Holy Spirit, and had a call on my life for full-time ministry. But I was also very wounded and very angry. I grew up in a violent and angry home, and my entire childhood was filled with fear, embarrassment, and shame. My father sexually, physically, verbally, and emotionally abused me from the time I was 3 until I left home at 18. He never physically forced me to submit to him, but he did force me to pretend I liked what he was doing. He used anger and intimidation to control other family members and me. When I turned 18, I moved out of my parents' home while my father was away at work one day. Shortly after that, I married the first young man who showed any interest in me. My first husband was a manipulator, a thief, and a con man who was usually unemployed. He once abandoned me in California with nothing but a dime and a carton of soda bottles. The abuse, violence, lies, and manipulation I endured left me feeling out of control. But of course I could not admit that, nor could I admit the intense rage I felt. I was bitter toward life and people. I resented those who had nice lives and had not endured the pain I had. I did not know how to receive God's love, grace, and mercy, or anyone else's. Even after I married Dave, I continued to do everything I could to control the people and circumstances of my life so that I would never be hurt so deeply again. Of course, that didn't work very well. All of my relationships were strained and stressful, and I couldn't understand why. Nor could I understand why my ministry wasn't growing and being blessed, despite all Dave's and my efforts and prayers. But as I began to grow in my relationship with the Lord, He began to work in my life. As I studied the Word and all the promises it gives us about peace, I came to want that for my life, and the Holy Spirit began to show me that strife was the cause of my problems. I learned to recognize it and to resist it. I now treat strife as a dangerous foe that will bring destruction if left unconfronted. Like me, many people are experiencing the devastation of strife, but they don't recognize it as the root cause of their problems. They blame others or Satan and don't realize that they have the power to say yes or no to conflict and strife. Instead of keeping strife out, they are holding open the door to conflict, all the time wondering why their lives are so difficult. Learning to recognize strife. The dictionary defines strife as fighting, heated, often violent conflict, bitter dissension, a struggle between rivals, or contention. Other descriptive words that describe strife are quarrel, rivalry, wrangling, debate, provocation, and factions. I define strife as a bickering, arguing, heated disagreement, or an